Welcome, friends. Once again, welcome to my channel, and a very warm welcome to the newest person who's visiting this channel for the very first time. I'll attempt to give you an overview. Now, what do I do in this channel? I created this channel just to share with you some content of personal development books that I'm reading in pursuit of financial freedom. I'm reading these books just so that I can be free financially. I want to become the kind of person who is free financially first in my mind so that I can put it to the physical form now. So I'm very excited today. We have a guest. I have my husband of 12 years with me today, who's going to tell you guys what we are doing in pursuit of financial freedom. We are very passionate about financial freedom. We really don't want to hustle for money until we grow old. We don't want to be waiting for money forever. We believe that we do need money. We believe that money is an enabler, but we want to build a pipeline, something that is an asset that can be there for a long time and keep on giving money long after we've done it. So today my husband will be sharing with you guys on what exactly we are doing, and we are inviting you to do the same if you do want passive income. Over to you, Daddy.
Thanks, baby. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to try to squeeze a lot of information with it, a limited space of time. So bear with us. Some of the stuff we'll just skip. If you want to maybe learn more of what I'm going to present here, we are going to leave some other videos. We're going to point you to the right videos to listen to. We have made other videos trying to outline what I'm trying to say here. So let me just get right to why we're here. We've joined forces here with my wife to try to explain what is it that we can do to try to tap into other sources of income, because I think most of us, our source of income is our salary, so we should have really more than one source of income. So yeah, so let's get into it to try to see if we can try to how is it that we can try to get other sources of income, and why is it necessary, especially at this time while we are experiencing a global crisis. I think before I go even further into the nitty-gritties of what I'm going to present here, I think we need to take a few minutes to try to think, what does the future hold for us? What is it that is in store for us in the future? Do I want to do what I'm doing right now 5 years later? Or at least, do I want to be at my level of income, or my financial status, or my standard of living, however you may call it, 5 years later, or even beyond, maybe 10 years? Do I want to be at this level? What really does the future hold for me? Because there's more to life. There's lots and lots of things that we can do in life. There's holidays. We need more family time. I think most of us don't have enough time to spend with our families. Every morning we rush to work and come back home late, and then it's the next morning again. We don't really have time to connect. I think most of us, we can relate to saying this COVID-19 pandemic gave us time to spend with our families. It gave us a good excuse to stay at home, and in a way, we are thankful for COVID-19. Yeah, we are. So as you look around you, the world economy has changed. If you compare it to the olden days, we now have the fourth industrial revolution taking over. We have artificial and automated intelligence taking almost every job sector. I think 2 weeks back at the time of recording this, Microsoft had just laid off most of its journalists, replacing their journalists with artificial intelligence. Last year, 2019, some prominent bank in South Africa introduced a robotic teller which could interact with the customers. So we are not safe. Even I happen to be coincidentally in the IT field. I do a lot of development work, or you can call it programming, and even people in the IT field are not safe themselves, because lots and lots of stuff that used to be hard back like 10 years back, they are now getting more and more easier. Almost everyone can program now. Almost everything has been programmed to kind of be easier. The stuff that we used to support people to do in the olden days, it's now different now. It's in rare cases that you can be asked to say, I've deleted something, I cannot find it. Almost everybody knows that if you have deleted something, you can restore it from the recycle bin. It was such a big deal in the olden days if you tell someone, go and did you check your recycle bin? They will say, you're such a genius, the recycle bin. So it's not like that anymore. Almost everyone, they know their way around a computer. So I'm just trying to drive home to say, all of us, we are not safe. Whichever job sector you are in, we are all not safe. Almost everything is easy. Even the logo of our business here, we went to some website and do a few touches, our website was done. Our website and our logo was done. But in the olden days, graphic designers used to pride themselves into creating the most unique logos. So we are all not safe. Yeah, that is where the world is headed. So if we look at our current global trends, we can take, for example, Uber. Uber is not in the transport business, but it's taking over the transport business simply by just connecting people who need to board transport and suppliers of the transport. Airbnb doesn't own hotels or B&Bs or small cribs where people can lodge, but it's taking over the hospitality business. Amazon, it's not a grocery store, but it's taking over that economy too, just by merely connecting people who need a service and people who are able to provide that service. I think for people in South Africa, they may be aware, they may be familiar with Take a Lot or Loot or any other online business that is really not owning any of that. I think most of us, there's also AliExpress and Alibaba. All of these businesses, all of what they're doing is just to connect the supplier and the consumer. Easy. So in addition to that, I think in a way to try to just to give you an overview of where we are going, I think it's evident now that everybody is regretting not to have saved the little that they had a few months back because of this situation now. We all wish we had a little money saved somewhere, because there have been lots and lots of retrenchments. Yeah, so this idea of having a side gig or a side hustle somewhere, it's now of a necessity than a hobby or something, because most of the people that used to do side hustles, you'd find them that they were kind of enjoying that. But now it's not a matter of a hobby, it's a necessity to have something that creates money on the side. So I'm sorry, I'm going to skip some of the slides here. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you need to get more content of what we are saying right now, there's a video specifically to try to lay out of all of what we are saying now. But really what we are in the business of, it is trying to disrupt the usual way in which people get their groceries. That's it. Just like Uber did, just like Amazon did, just like Airbnb and Booking.com did, we are trying to disrupt the usual way in which people are getting their services. And the barrier to getting into this business is very, 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 it's negligible. It's so little that it's negligible. So how are we disrupting the manufacturer consumer supply chain for groceries? How are we doing that? We are doing it by trying to connecting you straight to the manufacturer. You don't have to go buy from a supermarket that bought from a wholesaler that bought from a manufacturer. Currently, we want to connect you straight to the manufacturer, and by so doing, you're going to get a 30% discount. You'll also enjoy a home delivery of whatever it is that you will have bought. And one other important thing, because we know that all of us, we have that thing that we are loyal to. We also provide 180-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. What does that mean? It means you can try a product out, use it. If you're not happy with it, you can return it and your money given back to you without explaining much. You can even say, I just didn't like it. I didn't like the way it smelled, or I didn't like the color tone maybe on my skin. Whatever it is that you will say, even just by saying, I think I didn't like it, it's enough. It's enough. We do it all the time when people will be buying something and now they feel like they need something else. Then they get their money back, or they buy something in lieu of what they had before. So we always do it. So that is the opportunity at hand for you. So if you have recurring expenses, if you know that a certain fraction of my salary goes to recurring expenses, or for my groceries, things that we eat, things that we bathe with, clean our houses with, then you are the right candidate, because we want you to potentially get all of that money back. That if you, let's say you have like 1,000 or 1.5 according to your family's expenses, if you have a certain portion of money that you usually buy your groceries with, we want that money to return to you, because you can convert actually those expenses to be your income. There's also an opportunity to leverage the opportunity of a teamwork, which can give you the benefit of your team exponentially growing. But like I said, I won't get into it. But if you want to tap into that side of business, then there's a teamwork that is going to help you. For starters, when you're still trying to toe deep and get your feet into this, there'll be a team helping you on how to do this. So we have partnered with a giant. We are currently now asking you not to buy from what you used to buy your groceries from. We want you to buy them from Amway, and it's a credible company that was established in the late 1950s. It has more than 900 scientists. It's a big. They don't joke around. It's a very, very a big business. We also have an education system that could teach you the ins and outs of the business if you need to explore the business side of it. Because if you don't want to pursue the business side of it, then you could just enjoy the products. It's okay too. So basically what we are saying here is, it's simple. We know that we all have money that is eroded away to buying our groceries. We want that money to come back. It could snowball into something that could potentially replace your salary, or could potentially double your salary. But now let us just start by saying, to throw deep into this, let's just buy a few products, try them out, and see if you like them. If you like them, you'll keep them. If you don't like them, you can return them and get your money back. We do it all the time when people they had ordered maybe something and now they want something else. So it's very easy. So basically what we are saying here is, what if what we just said here could be true? What if it could turn your life around? Because people who have started businesses or who are currently running their businesses, they know the overheads of running the business. They know how risky it is to invest money into something that could potentially bankrupt you. But with this, you can start small, buy a few groceries, test them out, see if you like them, and this could potentially earn you a better living. So to get more information on this, we're going to leave the comments below. Leave our contacts on the description section below, and you could even comment on the comment section below, and then we can try to connect with you and see how far we can go with this. Thank you very much. Over to you.
And thank you friends, and thank you Honey for sharing with us. Guys, we've been doing this for about 4 years now. We are not telling you to come and try something that we don't know of. We are not just talking, we are not just being confident like you see us confident about talking about this opportunity. It's because we've tested it, we've seen it, and we invite you to test it also for your family. You heard my husband talking a lot about groceries. I know people are already wondering, what kind of groceries are you talking about? What kind of things can I buy? Just check in the description link in the description below, and we'll put a link. I have already organized a video to describe, to showcase all the products that you can buy. So hope to see you next time. And if you did like what we're talking about, remember just to subscribe and to hit the notification bell, just so that next time when we do post another video, you are able to see. Thank you so much.
Bye.